Evening, one and all. Welcome to an all-new episode of SCNS Live, the Super Cool Nerd Show. Thanks for joining us out there in the Super Cool Nerd Nation. And you are here for a discussion about WAP. No, just
Yes, we're here to discuss worship and prayer.
Trust me, the best conversations happen before this show goes live. And sometimes afterwards. Anyway, thank you for joining us out there. My name is Jason the X. The person down here, that is Cora.
Hello.
In her spacious,
and welcome.
Spacious apartment.
Yes. Hello. We're here to discuss WAP, and who better?
Special guest Ben Shapiro. Nah, he would never be on this show. That would consist of just me making fun of him for an hour for his high-pitched voice and little jerky movements that he does when he talks like this. I don't understand. Over here, that's Ricardo. Wait, over here, that's Ricardo down there. He's dressed appropriately
I am so excited. Yes.
Anyway, we're gonna get to that. But yes, we were having that'll be on more of our everybody's got the representing on their shirts. That'll be part of our longer discussion series. We'll be talking about WAP and why Ben Shapiro doesn't get it. And yes, I could have a whole hour of this show just me dunking on him, but I won't. Because I'm better than
and fapping.
I'm better than that. I don't need to make fun of him, okay? I don't. Although
That doesn't mean it's not fun.
Yeah, it's a hell of fun. Anyway. How's everybody been doing this week? COVID, we're still like coming from our home. We'll get back to y'all soon, I promise. Just gotta get somebody selected.
Bought more Funko Pops that I don't need, but retail therapy. And I'm replaying the Arkham games because I'm in a big Batman kick right now.
I think they were giving one away here recently. I downloaded it, but I still haven't played it. I think it's the one where you have the Batmobile where it's awesome.
Oh, Arkham Knight.
Arkham Knight. Yeah, I made it to like one level of that. Cora, how about you? How you been doing?
I've been doing pretty good. I actually had vacation from work this week, so I've just been staying up late catching up on some artwork that I owe people and sleeping in because I never get to do that anymore.
Yay, sleeping in.
Yes, but I have to go back to work on Monday and I don't wanna.
No. I am in helping my children's teachers from here. I'm pretty much the one. Y'all better get in that class. You better get in that Zoom link. I'm like the hall monitor at all the schools now. Just give me a reflective vest. I'm telling you, hey, don't be tardy for class. Go. It is a challenge, but like this is the first time Nate, he sent me a text about a toy and I couldn't go get it because I'm sorry, I got to make sure my kids go to school because they're like me, they will play hooky. Anyway. All right, let's go ahead and kick this thing off with some super cool nerd. It's gonna be a bulk of the discussion, but we're gonna get into this in a later discussion, which I invite y'all to go and check out. Our on the topic of Cass and I had a great discussion on The Last of Us 2. Really did a deep dive into that game. It's such a masterpiece of a game, and I think it is. I know there's a couple of comments, people like, oh, yeah, but prove me wrong there. But let's go ahead and kick this thing off with some super cool nerd news. All right, we're going to get into a little bit of the news first. We're going to get into the main topic, and that was DC's Fandome. But, yes, I am told that New Mutants is an actual thing. The movie is a thing. It is currently in theaters. I believe there are showings of it right now, and you can go, I still have yet to prove this is an actual movie. But I was a bit shocked because there was something that they showed in the last trailer that they could have showed me that to begin with. You would have never heard me complain. I wouldn't have said anything else because they showed that Lockheed the Dragon is in New Mutants. Lockheed. He debuted in 1983 in X-Men Comics when they went and they met the Brood for the first time. Jason had a purple pet dragon when he was a kid. and he named it Lockheed. All you had to do was show me this, and I would have been set. I wouldn't have complained. Show me this dragon. Look at him. Look at how adorable he looks, and he will breathe fire and burn your face off. I am.
Now, hold up. You said you would have. So if they showed you this 2 years, 3 years ago,
Yes.
you would not have said a thing like, "Hey, just hurry up with this movie already." So
I would have thrown a roll of money at the screen. Boom. There, like it would have exploded on the screen like a snowball. Like just, boom. Whenever I wouldn't even complain about time, I'd be like, "So you're giving me a lock? Look, this is important to me. This is a beloved X-Men character who has been around since 1983. He has been a constant of X-Men comics, and this is the first time he's ever been shown. Y'all know who I'm talking about, right? Y'all know Lockheed, right?
Yeah.
Somebody in the chat,
Lockheed
back
the
me up on
Dragon.
this. Lockheed, come on. I would have gone for this. All you had to do was show me this. Yes, I'm leading the show with this story because I'm mad as hell. All they had to do was show me this dragon. I'd have been in it. I'm done. That's it. I got no complaints. Tell me y'all know this character. Tell me I'm not just like the crazy one on the show.
Yeah, I
I'm gonna
mean,
push this live.
he was one of my characters when I used to play Hero Clicks. I don't know much about Lockheed because I honestly don't know much about the X-Men because I'm not as versed in X-Men Marvel that I am as to Batman. But I have heard of this character. I don't know much about him, so I'm very excited to see him in New Mutants. And kind of seeing you fanboy like this makes me excited for it.
I saw this and I was like, yes. So I know I have been the one that has been mainly like, hey, I'm not going anywhere, but I am so tempted because I actually do want to see New Mutants. I'm torn. I know you've gone out to a couple of movies, or at least one there, Rick. What did you see?
So,
Like movie-wise, what did you see?
There's this new the thing here in the colony called Grandscape, and they have a movie theater called Galaxy Theaters. It is really awesome. It's honestly probably one of the best traditional movie theaters in DFW. I would only go there or to Flick's Brew House. But Galaxy Theater, awesome. They have air purifiers everywhere. And I saw American Sniper because it was one of the few movies that were showing during a preview week for Grandscape employees only. So only people that were working at Grandscape, which includes where I work at NFM and like Shields and everything all there. So they were showing American Sniper, Gravity, and Smallfoot. But tomorrow is their official opening, and they are opening with New Mutants.
And Bill and Ted.
And no, actually, they're not getting Bill and Ted right now.
Ooh, that's a shame.
But
Okay.
they are getting New Mutants, and they're getting a couple other movies. They're also showing the Goonies, Beetlejuice, Batman Begins, to kind of older movies, also to kind of fill in their thing. But honestly, though, it was really cool. It was kind of nice. There was only 5 of us in there, and we were all very, very spaced out.
Okay.
So,
And how many days ago was that? Just out of curiosity.
Say one more time.
How many days ago was that? Just out of curiosity.
I went Sunday.
Sunday. He's still not ready yet, Gore. The incubation period isn't done.
And then Monday. Okay, so the other thing was I booked tickets for Tenet, and my friend tried to book tickets, and they were not allowing anyone to sit within 2 seats of you. Like, it will not let you book anywhere closer than 2 seats.
Okay. Cora, what about you? What's your opinion like now, currently with our conditions? And we are in Dallas where, things are declining but due to local reporting, not that stuff that was turned into HHS. I don't want to get political, but we're on a decline, but that doesn't mean everybody rush out and start doing stuff.
I personally don't feel comfortable going to movies yet, but that's just a personal thing.
It's a personal thing, right?
I don't think it's a good idea, but as long as I guess the social distancing is upheld and everything like that, I guess it could work. I don't know. It's the same thing I have with flights that I have with movie theaters, how I know that the air is recycled.
Actually, the air on an airplane is the safest, apparently.
Really?
It's recycled every 30 minutes. Yeah. Like, there have been no active cases from flights because of how they circulate the air. So, I was like,
Oh, well
cool.
then.
Yeah.
And at Galaxy Theaters, like literally every hallway has several air purifiers, like in the hallway. So it's purifying the air around you. Everyone's wearing masks. They're constantly cleaning.
And I know they've opened up theaters here in Dallas, and we have not seen a spike in cases. They're still on the decline, but, really would like to go back to life as normal, but hey, I'm not wanting to go out there. But anyway, so you went and saw a movie. We got movies coming back out. Tenet, Bill and Ted, New Mutants. I guess you just got to wait and see. I say wait 10 days.
And the only reason why I went to this theater is because it's literally brand new. Like, I asked them. I already became friends with the bartenders and some of the management. But they said they had less than 100 people like in 3 days.
Yes, I don't think people are still willing to risk it. So
I'm like, okay, cool. So it's wearing a mask myself and having hand sanitizer. I'm like, all right, this is as safe as it can be. Checking this out, so we'll see.
All right. Well, Corey, let's move on to you. Give us a non-DC story for the evening.
Well, I have plenty of those. I have so many of those. None of them are. Let's go ahead and get the one that had you the most animated. So, if you're not a fan of anime, that One Piece is a thing. And it has been a thing since the 90s. Like, it has been going for a long time now. Well, creator Ichiro Oda did come out this week with an estimate on when the show would be ending. In an interview, he was asked, have you decided how many more years the plot has? And he's kind of rough estimated about 4 to 5 years. He mentioned that there could be more delays with things like COVID. Like he's keeping those things in mind with this. And he also made note that his editor, and anytime he has a new editor, they already know the ending. Like the ending is set in stone. So just kind of a little tidbit, but
how long has this been going on for now?
It's been going for a while. I believe it was in 97 when it started, when the manga started.
Yeah, and that's almost at 100 volumes now. And the show,
actually, funny enough, it's on volume 97.
But the show started in 1999, and it has just been a part of everyone's life at this point. I do not believe One Piece will end. I believe somebody's going to pick up the reins and it's going to keep going. And one day I'm going to be telling my grandchildren, I saw the first episode of One Piece when it was a really crappy dub on Fox. Oh, they took the guns and the smoking out. It was no fun at all. And now
One Piece can drink now. It's been around 21 years, show-wise.
One Piece can vote.
And drink and buy cigarettes.
Oh man! Look, I mean, when I saw how long this manga had been going before it became an anime, I was like, I said, when was this going to end? And that was over 20 years ago. So,
Yep. At the 10-year mark, I believe it was, Oda mentioned that he was halfway through telling his story,
Oof.
and we all just kind of sat there like, "What?"
And here we are 10 years later.
And they're still going.
12 years later. 13 years later.
Luffy and the crew have barely aged, so.
Well, they did do a time skip, technically.
Yeah, they had to time skip, but honestly, they could have just told this story and just aged them through the story. But, okay, I'll believe it when I see it. And you know what? When it's over, no, we talked about the ending. That's what we were talking about when we got on.
Yes.
And you said that...
If the ending is what people have speculated it to be, we're all going to be mad. And that is if it's like the friendships and the journeys you made along the way, and that's the One Piece. Everyone's going to be mad. I will be very mad.
I can hear CNN now. A bunch of people called weebs are out burning things down right now around the city. They keep yelling, "Really? Really? That's how it ended?" As they smash windows and overturn police cars. All while ninja running.
And see, to be honest, I think Oda pretty much has like this really brilliant strategy when it comes to that ending. Is really no matter what the ending is, it's going to be subpar to anyone's expectations. Because we're trying to think of something grand and wonderful, but it's hard to decide what's going to be grand and wonderful.
And what if it's honestly on him? He's like, "Oh my God, how am I going to end this thing? I can't think of an ending. I just got to keep it going." That's why we've had One Piece all this time. He has no ending in mind. He has no idea.
It was all a dream.
Oh God, that would make me even more upset.
It was all a dream.
That's how World War III would start.
He better be the first person to go to Mars if he ends like that. I got to tell you. And even still, like that'll be that one person on the flight. You know what? Sir, I really didn't like how
he woke up from a coma.
He's gonna announce that, immediately get on the flight to Mars, and once he gets there, he'll find me there already. Like, "Hey man, I didn't like how One Piece ended. We don't have internet here, so I gotta come flame you in person.
I gave you 30 years of my life, and that's how you end it? Damn you."
Okay. All right, Rick, you got a non-DC story. Go ahead and hit it. One Piece will never end. That is the end of this conversation. It'll never end, and that's the
end. Okay, so speaking of never ending, we are getting a reunion on HBO Max. No, it is not the Friends reunion that everyone's still looking forward to whenever that happens. We're getting a West Wing reunion. That's right. The West Wing is coming back. They are doing a reunion special set at HBO Max to promote voting in the 2020 election. Sorry, this will be slightly political, but not that much. For those that don't know, The West Wing was created by one of the greatest writers of all time, Aaron Sorkin, who started the show in 1999. It is about President Bartlett and his administration through the show starts in his second year as president. And we are getting quite a bit of the cast coming back. Rob Lowe, Dule Hill, Allison Janney, Janelle Maloney, Richard Schiff, Bradley Whitford, and the president himself, Martin Sheen, will all come back for this special. Aaron Sorkin is writing new material for it. What it's going to happen is a theatrical staging of the Hartsfield Landing episode of the show's third season. And will be shot at the Orpheum Theater in Los Angeles in early October. The special is meant to raise awareness for When We All Vote, a nonpartisan nonprofit organization co-chaired by none other than Michelle Obama, which was founded to increase participation in every election in America, which right now we really, really need. So yeah, they're coming along. Sorkin will also executive produce along with Thomas Schlamme and Casey Patterson, who both directed and executive produced episodes from the original series. So we've got that going on. So yeah, and there will be also a special message from President Obama, which I'm very excited for because I love hearing that man speak, especially after last week.
He had me at complete sentences.
Anyway,
yes, is there a little too much nostalgia on TV these days? I love The West Wing, but
it's a great show.
Oh, it was a great show, but is there too much nostalgia? I know they're trying to bring a lot of eyes onto HBO Max when it launches. When does it launch?
HBO Max or the special?
No, HBO Max is a thing right now, right?
Yeah, it's been a thing.
Okay, I just haven't gotten it.
It launched in July.
Oh, okay. I haven't gotten it.
Okay, I'll send I'll talk to you after the show.
Yeah, don't be giving away our secrets on the show.
But
Stop
the West
laughing,
Wing,
Cor.
did win. The West Wing did win 27 Emmy Awards over the course of its 7 seasons run on NBC. Also won 2 Peabody Awards, 2 Humanitas Prizes, 2 Golden Globes, 7 Screen Actor Guild Awards, 2 Writers Guild of America Awards, 2 Directors Guild of America Awards, and 5 Television Critic Association Awards, among many others. So yeah, this show, if you have not seen it, it is currently on Netflix. You can also go out to like High Press Books and buy the seasons. I highly recommend it. Yeah, it's great. I'm very excited for this because the show is how I think politics should be, but they're not. And Aaron Sorkin is just a great writer. And I'm very excited to see all this come to life. So, yeah. So they haven't said an exact date of when it's actually coming out, but they're just when they're going to record, which is going to be in October. So probably look for it late October to air, since it's going to be right before the election.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and since we're moving into TV, Court, we're going to loop back around to you. You've got some news on TV.
I do. I actually have something for Netflix. A new anime is going to be coming to Netflix on September 17th, and it is going to be based off of the RPG series Dragon's Dogma. And
Ooh.
I'm really excited for this. Like, I never played Dragon's Dogma, but it looked really interesting. But I was looking at the crew for this one, and holy moly. So first, we have the director is Shinya Sugai, who did Cyborg 009.
Ooh.
Ooh.
We have let's see. We have Capcom's Hiroki Kobayashi, who was the supervisor for Devil May Cry, Sengoku Basara on here, as well as Takashi Kitahara, who was on the production committee for Rockman EXE, or Mega Man over here. He also did production supervision for Resident Evil Damnation. And they're both on there as co-producers. And the gentleman writing the script is Kurasumi Tsuneyama, who wrote the scripts for Yowamushi Pedal, Card Fight, and Vanguard.
Ooh.
So, talent they have. That's an impressive list.
And finally, designing the characters, we have Iku Nishimura, who was the animation director for Ghost in the Shell Arise and Eden of the East.
Well, there you go. That's a good cat. That's a good list.
See, what we have for the description of the show is the story follows a man's journey seeking revenge on a dragon who stole his heart. On his way, the man is brought back to life as an Arisen, an action-adventure about a man's challenge by demons who represent the 7 deadly sins as humans.
I'm impressed. And any type of original Netflix stuff, I'm usually right on.
Oh yeah. And the animation style, like in terms of like lighting and stuff.
That looks great.
Yeah. It reminds me a lot of like how Castlevania is done, like that style of animation and that kind of feeling, which works really well for the story they're telling, I feel. But if you guys want to check it out after the show, Netflix does have the trailer up, and they do have a lot of principal art up as well, and it looks so good, especially if you're into a more mature show, which obviously this is going to be a more mature show.
I'll go check out the trailer after the show.
What's the name of it again?
Dragon's Dogma.
Dragon's Dogma. Okay.
All right, well,
write that down so I can check that out.
Continue on with some TV and Netflix, because this leads right into mine. Netflix has ordered a Resident Evil television series, and on this is going to be, and it was kind of a bit of contention here, but executive producing it will be, I'm sorry, this is from Deadline, Andrew Dabb, who executive produced the CW's Supernatural. Y'all didn't see it, but she dabbed. It's going to be an 8-episode season produced with Constantine Film, and that's a German studio. And they actually did the Resident Evil animated movie. So, okay. Those movies were actually pretty good. Got to interview some people at SDCC one year. But he made a statement, Resident Evil is my favorite game of all time. This is important here. I'm incredibly excited to tell a new chapter in this amazing story and bring the first ever Resident Evil series to Netflix members around the world. For every type of Resident Evil fan, including those joining us for the first time, the series will be complete with a lot of old friends and some things, bloodthirsty, insane things that people have probably never seen before. The series, now here's where I have a problem, because this is why I had a problem with The Witcher, but it's going to be developed in 2 timelines with the same protagonist.
Oh.
I didn't like that too much in The Witcher, and they've said they're not going to do that with The Witcher again, but the story is going to follow a couple of 14-year-old sisters who moved to Raccoon City. Jade and Billy Wesker. So if you know the name Wesker with the Resident Evil series, you know they're pretty much, this is very important. So, in the second timeline, Jade's going to be older. So, this is probably going to have something to do with Albert Wesker. So no date has been announced. I'm excited for it though. I like Resident Evil. Cora?
I don't have as much loyalty to Resident Evil as most people do. It was a game that I never played. Like, I never bought the games because I'm a scaredy baby. To be quite frank, the one time I played one scenario of it when I was at a friend's house. It was Resident Evil 4, and it was like the chainsaw hillbilly people. I lasted 5 seconds. We died. Not only did I get cut in half, but the president's daughter also jumped out of the box and got her head cut off. So I was like, okay.
She was actually one of the best companions in the game, but just did stupid things every now and then. Anyway.
Well, I died, and then she jumped out to like save me, I guess, and also got killed. So it was like the worst ending for that scenario. So I just didn't touch it.
Did you ever put her in armor?
I literally played that one thing.
No, that was something funny on that game. Anyway.
But no, I did see the movie. I think the first movie.
No, we don't.
But
those movies were way too long.
I don't remember it. Like, I remember that I watched it, but I could not tell you for the life of me what happened. Every time I try to remember it, I remember 28 days later.
When COVID first started, I actually said, I'm going to binge all these movies and see if they make sense. They don't. So at least they can bring back some of the Resident Evil name with this movie, with this TV show. So, Rick, did you have anything else besides what we're getting into, main topic, or?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh well. Nah.
No. We gotta push through. Cora, go ahead with your next one.
All right. I'll go ahead and do this next one real quick because it's pretty fast. Mm-hmm. It was announced earlier this year that King of Fighters would be getting a new anime movie from a Chinese studio. So it was going to be a Chinese anime, which I can't tell you how excited I am for that kind of stuff because they've been killing it in that market for years, and it's kind of nice to see it getting more publicity. It's going to be coming from iDragon's creative studio, and they announced earlier this week that it will be simulcast worldwide in 2022. So we have kind of a general release date. They also mentioned that it's going to be following the Orochi arc, which is the arc from King of Fighters 95 up through King of Fighters 97. So they're going to be focusing on that story.
I mean, King of Fighters is one of my favorite games. Terry Bogard is my main in that game. Okay, and I'm gonna be honest here. Mai Shiranui was a crush of mine as a young teenage boy. So bring it on. They haven't had like a real good King of Fighters anime in quite some time. They did like 3 back in the day, and I liked all of those.
I have really high hopes for this one because, like I said, and you can see it from the picture right there. The quality looks absolutely just perfect.
Well, let me go back to that picture. Here we go.
And the Chinese anime market has, again, they've been killing it, especially with their 3D CGI kind of features.
If this is anything like what we'll be seeing, that looks really good. Crossing my fingers that it translates from that to the actual anime. So, no date announced though, huh?
No, we don't have a specific date yet. We just know that it will be released in 2022. This is a story we're going to be keeping up with, so just stay tuned for more, and we'll have a release date and trailer when we, like an actual trailer, hopefully soon. Because I want one.
Well, I got a trailer for something this week that I'm excited for. Before we get into, I think this is the last one before we get into our main topic. But
well, I have one more that's not DC.
Oh wait. Go ahead and hit that one up. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you can go ahead.
Oh, okay, yeah, we can just go back. I'm sorry. What was I thinking? How unprofessional of me. But we got a trailer this week for one of my games of the year, and that is the Doom Eternal first DLC, The Ancient Gods, Part 1. And basically, as the Doom Slayer, you are going to meet your maker. This will show us how the Doom Slayer was created, for one. But let me get my notes here. So this is the first campaign extension. It's coming out October 20th from id Software and Bethesda. They showed a little bit of it at QuakeCon, apparently. It's going to cost you $30. You've got the season pass. But essentially, you'll be able to confront an ancient evil awoken from an imbalance in the heavens. The Ancient Gods was, it was announced at QuakeCon. But basically, the narrator is telling you, like, I've created people like you before, and they weren't impressive either. Because you've been to hell in this game, it's time to go to heaven. And they're saying it is going to be gorier. There are going to be new monsters. It will be coming out for Google Stadia, Switch, PlayStation 4, Windows PC, and Xbox One.
How can it be bloodier, gorier? The game's already pretty freaking gory and bloody.
I think the phrase you're looking for is "hold my beer," because they will. This trailer looked fantastic, man. I am all about gorily killing demons, and if you can make it worse, like, look, I've never been gored out, but if you can, like, grossed out by anything I've seen in Doom, but if you can give me just one scene to kind of make my mouth water just a little bit with that, you'll win. You'll win, but you haven't done it yet. I love it.
I hope they do.
Also, Bethesda, just a word, and I'll put this on social media. I ain't watching any other Doom movie that does not have the Doom Slayer in it. You might as well take that crap off Netflix that's on there right now. Take it off. Take it off right now.
It's a good drinking movie.
No, it's not. It's not good movie. It's not good anything. It's crap.
Take a shot for every time the movie sucks. Shot.
It makes me look back at the one with The Rock and say, okay, this one's actually good, whereas this one is not.
Oh, no, that's the one I'm talking about.
No, there's another one on Netflix.
There's another one?
Don't go watch it. Because I watched it like, okay, I don't see the Doomslayer on the cover or anything, but you know what? Maybe he'll be there. And about 3/4 of the way through, I stopped. Just, nope. Y'all ain't got me.
Oh, Lord.
No, so, yeah, new evil, new something to break up, and you'll actually get into the origins of the Doomslayer, which is what I'm more excited for. So, yeah.
I wonder if you get to fight Jesus.
And, this could be like that weird Rick and Morty show. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna say it. Anyway, Doom Eternal new DLC coming out October. I'm excited. Boom, let's go. Cora, give me your last story.
All right. This one is, again, as is wont to happen, a bit more niche. But for those of you that like sports games and like sports anime, we have a new Captain Tsubasa game coming out. This one is Captain Tsubasa Rise of New Champions. This is the first console game that the franchise has released in 10 years. So that's already pretty exciting. It will be out on consoles in the West, so over here, tomorrow.
Oh.
So be ready for that. This game has online play. You can customize your character. It also does have a story mode if you don't want to play online with other people, and a versus mode, so if you want to just play with your friends. The game, in terms of audio, has Japanese with subtitles for English, neutral Spanish, and Brazilian Portuguese, which does make a lot of sense considering the countries that are probably the biggest fans of this game and this franchise, because soccer.
I like how they just said neutral Spanish.
Neutral Spanish.
Well, I mean,
just say basic.
Spain Spanish and Mexican Spanish are two different Spanishes.
Clearly.
Just like Canadian like French and French spoken in France.
So immediately I'm curious, Captain Cora. You like sports animes. I've heard this.
Yes.
I've heard a rumor about this. Will you get this game?
Potentially.
But you don't like sports games.
Yeah, I don't like sports games, so I may abstain from it. But I do appreciate that it exists, and the trailer does actually look really good. And actually, if you are someone that doesn't like to play on consoles, it is available on Steam right now. It was actually released today on Steam.
PC Master Race. Yay. Anyway.
No.
Yes.
But the franchise, just to give a small background, is wow, my words got jumbled up. To give kind of a base for getting into, the series started as a manga in 1981 and ran through 1988. And followed the main character going from Japan to Brazil to train for the World Cup.
Well, I know it's a favorite anime of yours. One of the many I've heard you talk about. So, I'm curious. She'll be playing the game. Watch, she's gonna get it. All right, let's.
If there's a preview, I'll try it.
All right. We got a lot of stuff to run down because last weekend, and we announced in the show, DC's Fandome happened on Saturday, and they showed a bunch of trailers. They had some commentary from some directors, people in the business. And you know what? It was a good event, and I'm going to say that. Kudos to DC for doing something just to, try to make the world seem just a little bit more normal, and I applaud them for that. Okay, I do. All these guys, SDCC, and that are trying to do these online events and show off games and try to make things better, I applaud you. I will say this. The event was a lot of sizzle and no steak. But that might be why they split it now, and we're getting another one in September. So let's go ahead, and we got some videos to show you. So the first one I want to talk about here is The Batman with Robert Pattinson.
Ooh.
Go. You have something to say there, Rick?
I got lots to say about this. So,
okay.
All right, first, I'm going to start off with this. All of you out there that were in doubt need to apologize to Robert Pattinson right now. You guys need to get on your knees and say you're sorry for all the flack, all the angry tweets, everything. Y'all need to go out there and y'all need to apologize right now. Second,
had to kill the
I
audio
am
for that.
super stoked for this. Going in, we knew this movie was going to be more of a detective noir, old school type of movie. And I kind of got that feeling from it. He is very emo, which I thought was great. We got to see Jeffrey Wright as Jim Gordon, which I'm very excited about because Jeffrey Wright is an amazing actor. So I'm very excited to see how he does his version of Gordon. We've got a very sinister, from what we can tell so far, a more sinister Riddler, not so campy, over the top like Jim Carrey was.
Yeah, we won't be looking for green question marks and stupid riddles in this movie, like Arkham Asylum.
We got to see a brief snippets of Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman, and I'm very excited to see. So all this is going to be kind of spoilery, unless if you have not seen the trailer. So I'm sorry, but the trailer's been out for almost a week. But that small snippets of the fight that we got between Catwoman and Batman, I'm very excited to see. Colin Farrell is unrecognizable as the Penguin. I'm very excited to see how that goes. And again, Paul Dano's just is sinister, and I love that, and I'm excited. And Batman is ruthless. He just beats that thug over and over again and says, "I'm vengeance."
Yeah, I gotta say that scene was probably that is what cemented that I'm going to go watch this movie, because he literally made hamburger out of that guy, and I love how the other thugs are just sitting there like, "Holy crap, this is bad. This is very, very bad," and they had that look of they wanted to run. I know people. It's easy for me to bag on something, especially anything from the Twilight series, but honestly, I've never seen those movies, so I couldn't really complain about Robert Pattinson as Batman. As I said when he was announced first on the show, I have no complaints. I haven't seen a movie that he's in. Since that time, however, I have seen him in The Lighthouse. That's the only one that really comes to mind, and apparently I did see him in Harry Potter, but he was a kid, and I don't really care. But that suit looks good. The Batmobile looks good. I believe I showed you guys a picture of Andy Serkis as Alfred too, right? Yeah, I showed that in the chat. Anyway, it was a picture of the monkey from the Umbrella Academy. I thought it was funny. I don't care what y'all say. I have to be excited for this Batman movie because there is no other Batman movie. Okay?
Yeah.
Look, I think I have never been one to complain about, oh, there's too many Batman, there's too many people playing Batman. Right now, this is the Batman that we have. And this Batman, I gotta say, the trailer makes me want to go watch it.
So we do have a release date. We have an official release date of October 1st, 2021. Now, what we saw from the trailer...
Wow, 2021?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
A year. We got a year. But here's the thing, though. Due to the darkness, they shut down production. But what we saw was from only the 25% of the film that they shot. Okay. They've only shot 25% of the film. They have started production up again. The UK has to let them start production again under, of course, certain rules, which is trying to stay safe, trying to not get sick. But we do have that, and they didn't do any rewrites. They didn't do anything like that during the break. They actually more sat down and looked at the footage and said, okay, what have we done? Is this the direction we really want to go towards? So they were able to hone in on what they've shot and the direction they're going with the rest of the film. So yeah, I'm excited for this.
They've hooked me in. Cora, have you had a chance to watch any of the trailers from DC Fandom?
I did watch the Batman trailer because I know that was going to be the more meatier thing we talked about, or that we were going to talk about.
Really?
I've never, I used to be a huge Batman fan when I was a kid because of a lot of stuff I watched, and I really liked things like The Dark Knight, and I've been kind of keeping up with it, but I'm kind of, me as a person, I feel burnt out on Batman because it feels like every couple of years we get a new one, but I'm also just kind of burnt out on superhero movies in general. Marvel. I'm sorry.
Are you kidding? We ain't had a Marvel movie in a while.
I hardcore watched every single one of the MCU movies to the point that I'm burnt out.
Okay.
But That said, I'm still going to give this one a chance because it does look good. My only worry, and it's probably because this trailer is only from the 25% they've shot. One, it does not come off as film noir to me. As someone who does like film noir, it doesn't have that same feel that it does. And again, I know they haven't filmed everything they want for it, but it gave me more vibes like The Dark Knight, which isn't a bad thing. The Dark Knight was a great movie, but I just hope it doesn't become a carbon copy of it in spirituality, but with no Joker and the Riddler instead.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm okay with the moving on from these characters, from the Joker. Let's
Oh
give
no,
Joker
me
a listen.
too.
All right, well, let's move in because we do got to get through some of these, but they did give us a new trailer for Wonder Woman 1984, and
Yeah, they did.
we got to see some of Cheetah, Kristen Wiig. I was already on board for Wonder Woman 1984, so honestly, this is just showing me, hey, Jason, you haven't gotten this yet, even though you were supposed to. It's like those promised birthday and Christmas gifts that I never got. But anyway, I did like seeing more of Kristen Wiig as Cheetah and some of why the hell Captain Steve Trevor is back. But I'm okay. It's Chris Pine. Chris Pine is great. I like Chris Pine. Bring on. But, oh man, all these 80s references are going to just be, these are going to be the laugh points of this movie for me. Which is a lot brighter in look than the first Wonder Woman movie. And I'm okay with that. Not everything has to be dark and brooding, all right? In fact, this looks like it's going to have like a lot of humor in it, okay? Like they put him in a fanny pack, all right?
Yeah, Patty Jenkins in this one. Okay, so the panel for this had the entire cast plus a surprise. During the let me start over. They had a panel with the entire cast, and then there was a surprise appearance by Linda Carter, and her and Gal Gadot kind of praised each other, saying how she was an inspiration for women back in the day, and how now it's Gal Gadot. And then they showed the new trailer. We do have a release date for Wonder Woman 1984, October 2nd, so a little over a month away. And part of me was a little surprised we got to see Cheetah, but the other part of me is not surprised because of all the marketing that was set for this movie to come out early in the year. Funko did release the Funko Pops for Cheetah, so we kind of got a look at her already in a toy version, kind of. So for them to show Cheetah was a little surprising, but at the same time, not as much either. So, but yeah, I mean, I was gonna go see this movie anyways because it is Wonder Woman and it is Gal Gadot, and the first one was so great that I was like, yeah, just you really didn't need to give me any more reasons to give him my money, but probably means I'll watch it more times than I was gonna to anyway. So there you go.
All right, Cora, Wonder Woman 2.
I did not see the trailer, and again, I'm going to point to my superhero burnout to being not as excited, but also I'm not going to a movie theater anytime soon as a personal choice. So I won't be able to see it until it comes out on like streaming or DVD.
Well, I mean, we're kind of all in that same boat right now, so hopefully things will be better by the time this comes out.
And the other thing, real quick, I'm very excited about Pedro Pascal because Pedro Pascal is awesome, and he is Maxwell Lord.
And he's also the Mandalorian. I just had that figure over there and wanted to do that. It was perfect timing. All right, getting back into things that we saw, and let's talk Snyder Cut.
Flash? Snyder Cut, okay.
So, this tease that we saw.
Ooh, it was a tease.
No ooh. Go ahead. What are your thoughts on this?
So it very clearly is a very, very different movie. We got a better look at Darkseid because we had seen images of him, but now we got like a real nice, good close up of him, and you can tell it's not like fully powerful, all out Darkseid. It's still very much his like very, very original form. We got to see another version of Steppenwolf, which, in my opinion, looked more badass. And Yeah, no, it's a whole different movie. I'm very excited about this. It is going to be 4 hours. I'm excited. 4 episodes, and you have the option of doing 1 episode at a time or the whole thing. And you bet your ass I'm going to do it all at once. We got to see Black Suit Superman, and I'm Victor Stone Cyborg is going to be, from what Snyder was saying, he's going to be more of the heart and more of the glue to keep kind of everyone together, which I'm very excited for, because I think they have potential there. And Joss Whedon, for whatever reason, just went away with it.
I have, just because I saw this didn't get me any more excited for this movie. I'm going to be truthful with you. It didn't get me any more excited for it. And also, we've seen Zack Snyder use this particular song in Watchmen during that one scene between Silk Spectre and Owlman in the Owlmobile or whatever the hell that thing was. So please don't reuse that song from that scene for this. I saw scenes, there were of course new scenes in there, and I was already, okay, I'll watch the Snyder Cut. I've kind of done a turnaround on that. But this, I didn't feel as though this did anything to get me more excited for it. In fact, I was just like, okay. Excited. I was like, okay, I get it. Please give it to me. Also, they really need to replace what's her name as Mira. Just going to say that right now.
Yeah, you do. That part, yes, that part I do agree with.
But it looks, I feel the same. I didn't get any more excited about this. And I'll go ahead and stop that clip before that one in case you didn't see it. But it just, watch the copyright hits we're going to get on this episode. I'm going to be like, no. I didn't get any more excited for it.
Because I think we will see a little bit of the Speed Force. Because I think that might have been where Barry was at one point during the trailer. Maybe not. I'm not entirely sure. But and plus we get to meet what's her bucket? His love interest.
Iris.
Iris, yeah. We get to see him kind of. It was in a trailer, so we rescue Iris. And I don't know. I'm okay. So as y'all can probably tell,
breathe and collect your words.
Yeah, I'm a big DC fanboy. So I've wanted the Snyder Cut, but I wasn't one of those dumbasses on internet going, "Give me the Snyder Cut." Or else, like, no, like, okay, you know what? If we get it, we get it. If we don't, we don't. We're getting it. I'm excited. This trailer got me more excited. That's just me though, because like I said, I'm a DC fanboy and I want all DC things, and I want more Ben Affleck Batman.
Well, continuing on in the vein of the two things that you've said, we did get some news on the Flash movie, but it was mainly because of this image right here. That is, first of all, let me tell you what I'm looking at here. I'm looking at a suit for the Flash that I like better than the one I saw in Justice League. I know everybody's focused on the big scary thing that's over his shoulder, which is Michael Keaton's Batman. The I can't turn my head to the side and look suit. And yes, I'm excited about that. I know Keaton has been announced for this, and also Affleck is going to be in it. But is that concept art going to have us going to get us a new suit for Flash instead of the protective one that he was wearing?
Yes, they actually did say that that is a new suit that was built by Batman. Now, which Batman? We don't know. Could it be Keaton Batman or could it be Affleck Batman? But that suit that he's wearing is made by the Batman, but we just don't know which one. So, and also, I am excited. Where is it? Because
don't get me wrong, I like Ezra Miller. I liked him as Flash. But also, we're letting Flash screw things up again, which is kind of what Flash is best at. Because this is supposed to be Flashpoint. So this is going to move into them kind of resetting the DC cinematic universe. So here we go. Barry Allen in the Speed Force messing things up. Let's go.
I mean, he did show up during Crisis of Infinite Earths. Ezra Miller did show up during that.
Yeah, and that was a great scene in Crisis. I loved seeing the Barrys interact. That was a great scene. And I do like Ezra Miller. But Ezra Miller, as the Flash, is about to ruin the DC cinematic universe. Because that damn Barry Allen in the Speed Force. Cora, back me up on this. He does nothing but screw things up with the Speed Force.
The Speed Force is a bad plan, but it is something that the Flash does.
It's like, I like to rate everything like...
But it's also how DC has at least once, maybe more, I'm not aware, but I know at least once where they decided, we don't like anything we're doing right now, let's use Speed Force and just reboot everything. There we go. That'll work. That'll fix everything.
Like,
Band-Aid.
Would you trust me with the Speed Force?
No, absolutely not.
See, that's how irresponsible the Speed Force is. Nobody should have it. If I'm not responsible enough to have it, surely no one else can be. Y'all are supposed to agree with me. Anyway.
So real quick, the writer for the Flash movie is Christina Hodson. Now, if that name does not sound familiar, it should, because she wrote Bumblebee and Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey.
2 movies that I enjoyed.
So she's the one that is taking up the pen and paper for the Flash. So I'm in. I mean, I've been in. So, yeah. And,
right.
I mean, we get to see Michael Keaton back as Batman. Like, we've been waiting for this since 92.
I'm okay with this, but let's go ahead and move on. I do have another one to show you, and that is going to be the Suicide Squad roll call, which I am all for this one because Suicide Squad is being directed by James Gunn. It has John Cena in it. We're getting a very varied cast for this. I love Viola Davis is back as Amanda Waller. Jack Flag, RoboCop, or Joel Kinnaman is coming back for. John Cena has already said he is Captain America, but he's a dick.
He's a douche.
They're both equally offensive terms. So okay, we're getting Javelin. Look, here's the thing about Suicide Squad: anybody can die. And honestly,
they said,
I don't
get
know
attached to any of the characters.
I'm trying to figure out who dies first. Like, we're gonna have a running bet who dies first in this movie, and mine already. I'm saying John Cena dies first.
Okay, you got John Cena. Okay, so for those that did not see the trailer, so we got Margot Robbie back as Harley Quinn, Idris Elba as Bloodsport. We got Mei Ling Eng plays Mongol, who is the daughter of Mongol. And we have Storm Reed playing Bloodsport's daughter, Tyla. John Cena, of course, as you said, as Peacemaker. Joel Kinnaman back as Rick Flag. We got Flula Borg playing Javelin. Yes, there's a bad guy named Javelin and does exactly that.
His superpower, he throws javelins well.
King Shark is going to be on here with Steve Agee performing the motion capture for this one. David Dastmalchian. He is Polka Dot Man, who I don't think is going to make the end of the movie.
No, I've got
Michael
Polka Dot
Rooker.
Man for making it all the way. So go ahead.
So what? Wait, what?
Polka Dot Man lives through the whole movie. Watch.
Okay. Michael Rooker as Savant. Of course, like I said, we have Captain Boomerang back. Peter Capaldi as the Thinker. That one was quite an interesting concept. And of course, it wouldn't be a James Gunn movie without his brother, Sean Gunn, playing some sort of animal. And he will be motion capturing Weasel. We have Daniela Melchior's Ratcatcher 2. Not the original Ratcatcher, but the second one. Pete Davidson as Blackguard. And like you said, the whole group is being run by Amanda Waller.
And Nathan Fillion as the character TDK were in my massive amount of useless comic knowledge that I have. I couldn't find this character. But I will say this, Nathan Fillion got ripped for this role. And kudos to him.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got like arms and definition. I was like impressed. But so we're going to have a betting pool on who dies but to make it through the end, I'm picking Polka Dot Man. Harley Quinn's a gimme. Harley Quinn's got to be in the sequel for the next Harley Quinn movie. She's going to live.
Savant's Michael Rooker will not make it through because
he's going to die.
He rarely does in any of James Gunn's movies.
Jai Courtney will live, but
Yeah.
every one of these other guys, they pick the most obscure, lamest villains they could, so that anyone is up to die. Anybody.
I want to see Pete Davidson have an epic death scene.
Whatever. I want Javelin to have my superpower is I throw javelins real well.
And then he gets killed by his own javelin.
Yeah. Yes. Have somebody
You look at it, he throws it and it bounces back and it hits him in the chest.
I'd like to them fight like a real supervillain and they catch the javelin and just throw it back and hit him through the chest with like, really? Like, is this like an exploding javelin? Is it made out of titanium? Or do you have
Or it explodes like right before he throws it, just poof.
cybernetic muscles? No, it's just a javelin and just throw it back and pierce him through the chest. There we go. So I am excited about this one. I love James Gunn and I think he's gonna do a great job with this movie.
Yeah.
I love the little behind the scenes stuff we saw. Yeah. Looks like it's going to be a good one. Okay. Let's move on. What's the next one we want to go to?
Well, do we want to go to the game?
No, we'll skip the game for now. We're going to move. We're only going to do the, I think that's all we had for movies though, isn't it?
So
just
we
the stuff
got
that
a
was mentioned.
little bit of information from Black Adam, not much, other than we are getting Dr. Fate, Hawkman, and Cyclone. No.
Yeah, Cyclone, you said it right.
Hawkman, Dr. Fate, Atom Smasher, and there's a fourth character which I should have looked up. I'm sorry, guys.
It's going to be the Justice Society of America.
Yes.
So, I mean, we saw some stills. Okay. I really just wondering how we're going to Black Adam is a villain. Okay? I like The Rock, love The Rock. Dwayne Johnson is awesome. He is a gift to us all. But is he going to be able to make... Oh, you know what? I don't know why I thought this. Of course, they picked the most likable actor out there to make Black Adam likable. Because Black Adam in the comics and any other thing I've seen him in is a dick.
I mean, The Rock can be a dick.
I know, but we're going to have to... He's the main character of the movie. We're going to have to find something to relate to this character. Which is why I'm just like, why are we doing Black Adam?
So he can take on Shazam later.
Okay. Well, we want to move into the next thing that was announced, and this is just an announcement for Shazam 2.
Shazam Fury of the Gods.
Fury of the Gods.
And apparently Sinbad's in it.
Sinbad making an appearance on stage at DC Fandom was the best part of DC Fandom.
Oh my God.
Because I was pretty sure that Sinbad was dead. I was wrong.
Hey, you
No,
know, you did
I'm
that
kidding.
one film called Kazam.
I know.
Way back in the night.
I know. I got the joke. Sadly, I got the joke. But yeah, that was a cool part. I think that's all we got for movie, but let's talk a little bit about the two games that we saw. First, the Suicide Squad game.
So we didn't get any gameplay or anything. Rocksteady is doing Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Rocksteady did all the Arkham games, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and Arkham Knight. This game is scheduled to come out 2022, so we still got 2 years before it comes out. But from the trailer that we got, which is more of a cinematic trailer, it was Deadshot, Harley Quinn, King Shark, and Captain Boomerang. And King Shark is being voiced by none other than Samoa Joe, which gets me even more excited.
Anytime Samoa Joe is doing something outside of wrestling, you have my attention. Now, okay, the game looks like, and I don't know why it's just repeating. I don't know what is up with, but Amanda Waller has sent them after Target Alpha, which we find out exactly who Target Alpha is in the game. So wait, it's Captain Boomerang, Harley, Deadshot, and King Shark. So we can assume there's going to be co-op multiplayer in this game. I'm really hoping that it is. Right?
Yeah.
Is there any mention that? Okay. So their Target Alpha is Superman. Which...
it looks kind of he's been taken over by Brainiac, which the beginning of the trailer shows Brainiac is kind of taking over the city.
Yeah, the banter between the four members of the Suicide Squad is pure gold here. I love this. If we're getting this constantly through the game, you've got me sold. I'm seeing a lot of people with powers that they maybe shouldn't have. I don't know. Boomerang has some sort of coat that's making him go fast. I don't know what that's all about. But when they cut off Deadshot, when he was like, I never miss, we heard it. Man, I love that part. I love that part. But at the end, when Superman showed up as Target Alpha, I was like, run. Run now.
Who's our target again?
And we see Superman barbecue a guy.
Yeah.
Whom
I never thought I liked Superman before.
He rescued a guy from a helicopter only to set him on fire with his eye beams. Also, King Shark has Samoan Maori tattoos, which I really dig. Which, of course, Samoa Joe. This looks good, but it is just a cinematic trailer.
Give me gameplay, but which probably won't see till the end of next year. And since it is coming out in 2 years, this is probably only coming out for the PS5 and the X series, the X5.
It's probably a good point.
Whatever.
Yeah, we can probably expect this for next gen. I'm excited for it. I'm here for it. I'll try out a Suicide if it's good. But right now, all we've seen is cinematic, and we got to start somewhere.
But you know what? We did not get cinematic of.
What's
we
that?
got another game coming out by WB Montreal, who did the only non-Rocksteady Arkham game, which was Arkham Origins. They are doing Gotham Knights. So in the trailer that did come out, Bruce Wayne has died, and he has activated Code Black, which means if you're watching this, I'm dead. And the video goes out to Barbara Gordon, Batgirl, Jason Todd, Red Hood, Tim Drake, Red Robin / Third Robin, and Nightwing, First Robin. And they come together to take on all the bad guys in the city because once they realize Batman is gone, they're going to try to, send it into anarchy. So we got a really awesome trailer, and also looks like they're going to take on the Court of Owls, which I am super stoked about because it's the Court of Owls. That storyline for the New 52, that was one of my favorite storylines they did. And there wasn't a whole lot that the New 52 did right. So we did get a little bit of gameplay. We got to see gameplay of Barbara Gordon, or Batgirl, and Tim Drake, as his Red Robin persona. Kind of looks like the thugs will be different levels, and you'll be able to see like a health bar on the thugs, which was not shown in any of the original Arkham games. This is also separate from all of the Arkham games. This is its own thing. And we get to see Batgirl and Red Robin take on Mr. Freeze briefly. They said this the stuff they showed us was about, they said 12 hours in. So we know it's going to be a longish game. So yeah, I'm very excited about this because I get to play as all the Robins, and I get to play as Batgirl. So it looks a lot of fun.
The thing I was most excited about this game, Batman is not in it.
Yeah.
I am more of a Dick Grayson fan, Nightwing, and this is for me. I'm playing as Nightwing. It looks like every character is going to have their own set of abilities. I'm really hoping for some co-op play on this as well.
You are getting co-op play. You can do the story as co-op.
I just want Cora to come over and watch me play as Nightwing in a third-person perspective so that she can just, look thirstily at Dick's backside.
I mean...
What?
Yeah.
Where's the lie?
Every person on this planet is going to look at his ass because it is the best ass in DC, and he is the cheesecake of DC.
So, away from how hot Dick Grayson is, I am happy they went with that purple design of the Batgirl costume. I like that. I like that color on her. But yeah, it looks really good. It was good to see some gameplay. Like I said, give me some substance. Don't just make it look pretty for me.
This is coming out to PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X in 2021. So we only got a little over a year before it comes out. So, I mean, as soon as this game is up for pre-order, I'm going to buy what the highest level they got. If they've got like a thing with a statue and a replica weapon or whatever, like $200, here you go. Just take my money. Just give me all the Robins.
We need some co-op play on it.
Give me
We need some co-op play between us with this because I am very. This is probably the best thing that really got me excited. Just a Batman game because let's face it, all the other Batman games, it was always trying to get Robin or one of the other playable characters for me. So no Batman. Well, I'm not really a fan of, but I am a fan of the Robins and Batgirl. Okay, bring it on.
There you go.
All right. So DC Fandom, it was a day event, which is cool. Now, here's my question from all of DC Fandom. Could they have just done this during San Diego Comic-Con?
Kind of.
I understand that they want their own unique event.
That,
but with everything that we've gone down pretty much the list. Yes, there were a lot of interviews and everything, but could that, Cora, in your opinion, with everything that we've covered, could this have been covered with San Diego Comic-Con? Did it really need its own event?
Not necessarily. I think
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
I think it could have easily been covered during San Diego Comic-Con with the amount of content they gave us, in the terms of the fact that we were able to blast through it in 20 minutes or so, as just quick rundowns. Yes, given the fact that they had other interviews and stuff, I get if that feels more like they were padding it out to feel like an event, which is still fine. There was nothing wrong with them having their own event, but I feel the content given.
Oh, one last one that I would recommend for you, Cora, to go back. Go watch the interview with Neil Gaiman for Sandman. It's great.
Oh, well, yes.
It's great. You just love Neil Gaiman. Go watch. That was one of the things I did enjoy. That was kind of like a side event, that interview with him. But anyway, I will move on. But with all that, I think this could have been covered for SDCC. Especially, it seems like also we're getting another event in September. It almost seems like they planned this, they put it together, and then kind of like when we do a show, we need to pad for time because we can't get everything in here. So the event is going to be shorter. Should they have just done, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, that's the thing, though, because we don't know what all more we could have gotten, because everything changed once everything shut down. And who knows what more they could have gotten had not everything been shut down. Because even Neil Gaiman was we were kind of really moving along for our TV show for Sandman, but then we had to put everything into a pause. So maybe we could have gotten casting or something for the Sandman show. So I don't know. The way they did it, probably, but I also feel like maybe they originally wanted to do more, but once everything shut down, they weren't able to.
And I don't want to criticize too much because, like I said, we're all trying to make the best of a very bad situation. So overall, thanks for putting on an event for fans.
Thank you.
Whatever my criticism of it may be, thank you for doing something for people who their lives have been interrupted and we're looking for just a little bit of normalcy, which is why we try to continue doing this show. Just something that makes people forget for a little while of the problems of the world, and I will give them that credit always. So honestly, thank you, DC. But yeah, we are getting another event in September. I'm curious what we'll see then. Maybe more than a mention of things like Aquaman 2 or, what their plans are for anything else. But so
we shall see.
Look in September for that. But otherwise, we've run over a little bit, guys. We apologize about that. But we are going to have a deeper discussion in movies that we are expecting from the DC and Marvel Universe coming in 2021. And that's going to be 2 longer discussions. Look for those on the channel. And we're going to be having them soon. We're going to go down the list and what we're expecting to see. So anyway, though, thank you, Cora and Rick, for coming over and doing this show. Even though you can't come over and, see my new robot, ostrich thing. I knocked that over. Anyway. I don't need y'all's crap. Anyway, Thank you guys out there in the Super Cool Nerd Nation for joining us. Make sure you follow us over at facebook.com/SCNS Live and on Twitter and Instagram at SCNS Live. Also, we have launched an all-new channel for Alternate Heads. It's going to be its own thing, so we can focus on other things over here. We can focus on just toys over there. So go over, search for Alternate Heads on YouTube. We need all the subs that we can get so we can name the channel. And follow us at Alternate Heads Podcast on Instagram. But if you want to follow us personally, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at JasonTheX. Cora?
You can find me on Instagram under NerdyRick89. I'm doing the 366-day challenge. Yes, 366 since it is sleep year. Today was day 240. Yes, we have been 240 days into this hellhole of a year. So you can follow me there on Instagram. And special shout out to Danielle and Cruz. They were two awesome bartenders from Galaxy Theater. Guys, go visit them. They make awesome cocktails. Great job.
Cora.
All right. If you would like to follow my artwork and my Speaking and Ramblings, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at CorodonoArt. If you would like to follow me for my Final Fantasy XIV ramblings and my screenshots, you can follow me on Twitter at chaotic_noodle.
I don't think I follow that one. I need to go follow it. Anyway, guys, that is our show for tonight. We will see you next week. Also, thoughts go out to Bryce, who he may have been transformed into the Thing. And not the one from Marvel Comics, the one from John Carpenter's movie. But Bryce, we miss you and hope you get better real soon, man.
Love you, Bryce. Miss you.
All right, guys, as we always say around here, keep on nerding.
Keep on nerding.
Nerd.
Vengeance.
Nerding.